So I read this really interesting article just a couple days ago, and it compares whether you want to invest in a stock like Tesla, right, kind of like an innovator or disruptor in the car industry, or something like General Motors, right? General Motors has been out there for a while, and one of the things that I wanted to do in this video is I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, right? It's really dependent on your investing or your trading style, what your intentions are, what your risk tolerance is. I wanted to share this concept with you guys because I feel like there's people that always think that there's a right and a wrong answer of where you should invest and where you shouldn't. But I think a lot of it more has to do with who you are as an investor and what you think is best for your future self, right? It's not that one is better than the other. It's just which opportunity is most ideal for you, I think is a great way to put it. So I really hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up. And let's go ahead and get right to it. So the first one that I want to talk about is Tesla on the day chart. So you guys could see that Tesla from even the start of 2021, it peaked at nearly, I'll move a little bit to the right hand side, nearly highs of $900, right? It pulled on back, and this kind of presents this opportunity for those that see it as that, right? Some people, and you'll see them in the comment section, oh, Tesla's gonna crash, Tesla's not worth what it is, and rightfully so. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, right? And you guys can try to guess right now in the comment section, do you think that I am fully invested in Tesla or in General Motors? If you've watched my videos, I'm sure you can kind of guesstimate what it is. But the thing that I find so interesting about Tesla and its current price point, right? Where it's been and its current price point, right? We saw that it hit highs of $900. It quickly pulled on back, and Tesla's been doing an amazing job, even for the past couple of months, past year, validating the SMA line as a support level, right? So we obviously like putting our money in areas that are showing signs of growth, big picture. Some stocks, of course, grow at better times, but one of the things that we're noticing right now is that Tesla, even though it did pull back a little bit, is finding a support level at the SMA line once again. Now, what happens if it actually begins to recover to previous highs? Well, let's calculate that. Let's determine that, right? From where we're at as of right now, 650, right? On average, if it were to make a recovery to about $900, that's about a 37% potential, right? It doesn't have to make a full recovery, but that's 37% 0.5 that it has to offer for a recovery. Now, let's talk about General Motors. General Motors, and we have to give it that. I know we're going to have a lot of people in the comment section that's like, oh, General Motors is outdated, whatever the case might be. We have to give it to General Motors that it's more consistent than Tesla. And Tesla's its own monster. We've talked about it before, where it's like one of the only blue chip stocks that trades in the hundreds of billions of dollars, yet trades very, has very volatile days. General Motors just isn't like that. It's very consistent, very reliable, and it's been very bullish. And that's one of the things that I want, that I want to emphasize is like, this is why it's so important to understand that there's not one perfect way to invest in the market. It's based off of what your risk tolerance is and what you can tolerate. And this is such a consistent pattern. It also validates the SMA line. It's been on a consistent recovery, and we can go even further back, but from where we're at as of right now to where it's been before, right? That's about a 13% recovery, right? Or a little bit less. It's about 11%. But nonetheless, it's very bullish, it's very consistent, and as of right now, it's a little bit more on the oversold side. And if it follows through with its previous patterns where it finds a support level right around 56 and then makes a recovery once it breaks above EMA, then this could be potentially something that, again, 10% is huge, especially within a shorter period of time. It's bullish, it's consistent, and it's reliable, and it's a great quality company. Is it the most innovative? Well, that's based off of your opinion, but nonetheless, it still offers great potential, and the most important part in my eyes is that it's consistent. So I see, again, being able to take a step back and removing myself from this position, right? Removing myself from, regardless of what my opinion is about Tesla and what the future holds, and regardless of what General Motors and the future holds. As of right now, if I was someone that was just getting started and I don't have the greatest risk tolerance, I would see General Motors as a more consistent and reliable investment opportunity, right? But when it comes down to Tesla, let's be honest, for the past, 6 months, it's been pulling on back. It's been inconsistent. We don't know if it's going to make a full recovery, but it's what the future holds, right? And it's the idea of where it could potentially lead to. A lot of people might in the comment section talk about Tesla's not just an automotive maker, right? But they're innovators, they're disruptors, it's all about the future, and I get that, right? And that's one of the main reasons that I decided to go long on Tesla. So I just took or added more to my position today. A lot of you guys knew that I was shorting Tesla when it hit highs of 700. Today I'm in it with 1,100 shares. That's about $700,000. And I'm excited. I'm excited to follow up with it, not because I think that it has to make a full recovery, not because I think that everyone should, but because of my risk tolerance and opportunity cost. And this is what I want to explain to you. So we saw that General Motors offers about 11% recovery, and it's more consistent. I do agree that Tesla is not as consistent, but based off of where we're at right now and previous highs, I would like to partake in that 35% push if it actually does end up playing out that way. And that's just myself, right? I'm young. I feel like I want to take greater forms of risk. And this is a thing that I want to make sure that we all talk about. We don't have to pretend that every trade we take or every investment that we take advantage of is a safe trade or it's something that everyone should agree with. It's more along the lines of understanding your position, understanding your risk tolerance, and understanding opportunity costs. If you're someone that's younger, that's willing to take more aggressive risk, then again, rightfully so, all power to you. But if you're someone that wants to be a little bit more conservative and focus more on consistency, then of course, why shouldn't we empower you to embrace that about your investing style? So I just wanted to share my thoughts. I thought that article was really interesting. It compared two, industries or two companies that are in the same industry, but both very different, I feel like, in their approach on how they take on the automotive market. So let me know what you guys think. Are you someone that would invest in Tesla, big picture, because you have a higher form of risk tolerance and you see there to be more opportunity in the future? Or would it be someone that would want to invest in General Motors just because of how consistent it's been, and you'd rather focus on that? So I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I just think that it's all dependent on your investing style. So I hope that it earned your thumbs up. Also, friendly reminder, tomorrow I am going to be having a new video when it comes down to your top 3 favorite indicators on Webull. So if you guys are excited for that, please make sure you guys drop a thumbs up, and that will be available tomorrow right around 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Until then, don't forget to join our free Facebook group. That's that first link down below. And if you guys want to watch me trade live as soon as market open on Monday, click the second link down below, and I'll see you during our live trading session. Until then, like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.